Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Creations by Suying. I'm sorry I haven't posted anything in the past 3 days. It's that on Friday I got food poisoning. I ate a bad Taco Bell and I have been literally in bed all weekend. And I just got out of bed a little while ago and said, you know what, I need to work on this card. And I've been working on this card for about 4 hours because my brain was just having to come up with two different ideas. I owe you the 5th and 6th card. And then today, let's say I owe you the 5th and the 6th, and today's the 7th, isn't it? Or is tomorrow the 7th? I don't even know what day it is. Let's see. So I owe you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday's card. So right now I have two that I'm going to be sharing with you in two separate videos. So right now we're going to be working on card number 5 of my 12 Days of Christmas. Now today we're going to be using Kate's ABCs cartridge, and we're also going to be using the Create a Critter 2 cartridge together, and I'm going to show you the cuts that we are going to use, okay? So what I wanted to do was I wanted to create a scene card, but I wanted it to be a little bit different. I wanted it to be like a scene card on the front, and when you open it, I wanted it to be sort of like a scene on the inside also. So the cuts we're going to use is this little girl on page 59. She's reading a book. Now, once I cut her out, what I did is I just cut off the little carpet that she's sitting on, okay? And then we're going to be using from the same cartridge, we're going to be using on page 46, the house. So this is a shape card, and I'm going to show you how I made that happen. And then from the Create a Critter 2 cartridge, we're just going to be using from page 65, that Christmas tree. Okay? Alright guys, so let's just go ahead and get started here. We are going to use, for part of my image, the little girl's dress I got out of this printed cardstock from Recollection, black and white. I love this paper stack. I absolutely love it. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started here. This is all my cuts, okay, and I have them all spread out, and the front of the house I kind of in a way put together some of it, and now I'm going to show you. So this is the front of the house, and the house is cut at 5 inches. Now what I did is in the Cricut Craft Room, I welded 2 houses together, and then I placed this one on the image, on the mat, and then I copied and pasted it, and then the one that I pasted, I flipped. I used the flip feature, and I flipped it so that when you close it, the chimney's on the same side. You see what I did there? And then I just welded it here in the middle. And this is going to be the base of our card, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Now, I cut out a window. It's not supposed to be cut out, but I just kind of wanted it to be like you're peeking inside and you can see part of the Christmas tree. So hopefully that will work out. So let's get started on the front of our card, okay? Now I went ahead and I printed a second. This is the top layer. Let me see, where's the okay, so this is the top layer, this part, okay? And then the blue part, I cut it out in blue because that's like, you know, it shows the windows, except for this one, because this one you're going to be able to see from the inside. You're going to be able to see the Christmas tree. So let's go ahead and adhere our layers together. We're going to be using ATG, okay. So let me just go ahead and add ATG to the back of this. Guys, I literally thought that I was having appendicitis last night. I was so close to just going to the hospital. I was so scared. But thank God it must have been, it's embarrassing to say, but it must have been like gas or something. Because I said, if in the middle of the night I still feel this way, I'm going to go to the hospital. See, the thing is, I live with my mom, and my mom lives with me, obviously, and we take care of each other, and she takes care of my niece. If I were to end up in the hospital, that would be a disaster. All right, so this is our first layer, and it's down. Now I got a little bit of ATG here, so let me just... That's the good thing I love about ATG, is that you can just rub your finger across it, and it just comes off. Okay, so that's my first layer. Now let's put down the front of the house. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just add ATG to the back of this layer as well. So on Friday I was sitting here at my desk getting ready to put this card, not put it together, but I was gonna cut out the pieces. And I said, you know what, before I get into this, let me go to Taco Bell and pick up something to eat. And my mom was like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. So we went to Taco Bell, we picked up something to eat through the drive-thru, and we came home. I started eating, and I had cut out the base of the card, and I started feeling funny. And I was like, you know what? I'm not feeling right. I'm just going to go, you know, lay down, and I'll work on the card tomorrow. All day yesterday, I was in so much pain. It was like cramping. I thought to a point where I started Googling the symptoms of appendicitis, because I had pain there in that section of my body. And all of the symptoms were coming up like what I was having. So I was beginning to freak out. Okay, I'm going to use, there's a little overhang of the blue, so I'm just going to use my X-Acto knife just to cut that off. And don't worry, this is a self-healing mat, which is why, one of the reasons why I love it. Okay. And basically what that did is it just gave me a perfect little edge there. Okay. So like I was saying, guys, I literally thought I was having appendicitis. So last night I said to my mom, you know, if in the middle of the night I feel bad, I want to go to the hospital. And she said, absolutely, let me know, we'll go. So I said, I'm going to lay down for a little while and catch up on some of my Army Wives on Netflix. So I started watching, and all of a sudden I started feeling a little bit better and a little bit better. And by this time it was like 2 in the morning, and I said, you know what? This is not appendicitis. This is something else. So I just went to bed. And thankfully this morning I'm still in a lot of pain, like muscular pain, like as if I was doing exercise all week, and very weird, very strange pain, but I feel a lot better. So thank you guys for bearing with me during this. All right, now that we put the front of our card together, now we had to add the door. And the door I cut out in the red and green. So this is where we're going to start marrying in the colors of Christmas. So I'm going to use my 2-way glue pen, which is running out, and I have one back there, but I don't think it has any glue in it. I went to Michael's on Friday when I got out of work, and I forgot to get one of these. I only work until 2 on Fridays, so that gives me some time before I come home to do a little bit of shopping. All right. Well, now this door came with a little cutout of the knob, but I want to use a brad. Okay, so we're gonna punch a hole with our 1/16 hole punch. And I don't know if the red is gonna look better, keeping in mind the tree, or is the green gonna look better? Let me see. Oh no, I definitely like the red better. Okay, good. So let me go ahead and just stick this brad through the little hole here. And open up the little legs in the back and just position it there. And there we go. We have our little doorknob. Isn't that cute? Now let's run some ATG on the back. I like to run my ATG on top of the brad prongs so that it just holds everything in place. Okay. See, I don't know if you guys could tell. There we go. See, it covers it. And so I just like the way that it holds it in place so it won't move around. All right, so let's bring this here. Scoot it over a little bit. Wonderful. All right. So there we have it. We have a door. Now, I wanted to add something like lights, but I didn't want it to be just like your regular Christmas lights. I want it to be nice and, I don't know, Christmassy. So what I did, I'm going to put a little bit of this. What I did was I cut out using my Recollections snowflake punch. I got this at the dollar spot at Michael's. I cut out some snowflakes in different colors, and I'm going to use a piece of twine. This one is Pea Pod, and this was gifted to me by Gloria. So we're going to cut a piece there. And what I like to do is, let's see, because normally it's clogged, and I haven't really used this today. So I'm going to take my little needle that I have to unclog these. All right, and I'm going to add a little dab here and a little dab here. And then I'm going to put one little dab in the middle. And what this is going to recreate, at least in my head, is it's going to recreate like the strand of lights, of Christmas lights. But what it's going to do for me is, let's see. It'll stay. Just squeeze it down a little bit like this with the glue. And the glue will seep towards the top. And then it'll hold it there in place. Alright? So let me get another little strand. And guys, I know I'm doing a lot of super step-by-step tutorials. But I realized, you know, when I was learning how to do this, before I bought any of my things, I can never thank you guys enough for the ones that do videos, because you learn, and you know, and even if you've already started and you've collected a few of the items that you need to make cards, you learn every day. You really do. And I've been doing this for 2 years. I took a whole year off because of, you know, just issues that I was having, but you learn every day. To this day, I learn every day from you guys. So I want to be able to share my love of crafting with you guys. And when my friend Naomi texted me the other day, Facebook messaged me that she wants to get into this, and if I could help her, and if I didn't mind, you know, giving her a list of the things that I use, I felt honored, because if I could help somebody, you know, find a way to de-stress, because for me this is definitely de-stressing, I will definitely do so. And I will show you guys, and I will give you lists, and contact me, and I'll give you any information you may need. Alright guys, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our snowflakes and we're going to place them as if they were lights. You know. Okay, I'm going to do blue. Let's do... Let's see how many colors we have. We have the red. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 more colors. So 1... Let's do this green. Oops. So that's the reason why my videos are taking a little bit longer to do. But I figured that I could, you know, really show you guys. And I'm sorry for those of you that don't like long videos. I mean, please do me a favor. Let me know. Comment on the bottom if you prefer for me to do something that's much more faster and less time consuming, because I know that everybody's lives are very, very, very busy. And sometimes we just don't have the energies to sit here and say, you know what? I'm going to sit here and for half an hour watch Suying's video, because there's other people that make videos, and I know you guys want to get to those videos too. And we don't all have 2-3 hours a day to watch videos. So please feel free to let me know what you're thinking. I will make sure that I will, you know, hurry this along. Alright, so we're going to put this screen over here. Well, I mean, it's not light bulbs, but I think it's something different. I think it's something cute. And now with all the cute light sources that they have out there, let's see. So we can do yellow. And then we can do the light green. With all the cute light stuff that they have nowadays, who's to say that there isn't, you know, some snowflake lights out there somewhere. Alright guys, remember that with the quick dry adhesive, you're not going to worry if it seeps through a little bit, because it's going to dry clear. Okay? So we're not going to, hey, where'd it go? We're not going to worry about that at all. So let's go ahead and put in our last light. Oh my goodness, it's so freaking cute, guys. So this is the front of our card. Okay? And now I wanted to use a sentiment from my new Inky Dinky Doo stamp set. And this is from Christmas Characters, I think it's the name of it. And what it brings a Santa, it brings a penguin, a polar bear, a snowman, and we're gonna use a very Merry Christmas. Okay, and we're gonna put this on the front of our card. Now I'm gonna stamp this on a scrap sheet of paper, because since it's new, and we're gonna use for the outside, we're gonna use, you know what? No, let's use the green. Let's use the green. It's one of these Studio G's green. Let me stamp it on my scrap here first, just to see how it comes out. Alright, well, we're not gonna be pressing very hard. Inky Dinky Doo are not like my favorite stamps, I must say, but this one was on sale. So let's go ahead and just stamp this here. I'm not gonna press very hard, like I said, and let's hope we get a good image. Okay, that's actually kind of cute. Alright, so this is the front of our card, guys. And you see it says a very Merry Christmas. And it doesn't, you know, scream a Christmas card. But now the idea was that on the inside, I wanted to create a scene, like the inside of a house. And then I went ahead and I cut another layer out at 5. And then I cut off the inside part, the one that's going to go here. I just cut it off. So let's go ahead and add our ATG. Oh God, I want to try to keep this to less than 25 minutes, because I've been going 30-35 minutes, but we're almost done, guys. So let's go ahead and adhere this in here, our inside layer. This is going to be like the inside of our house when you open up the card. Okay, now you don't want to cooperate with me just because I said I wanted to hurry. Alright. So here we go. This is the inside of our house. And now here is our Christmas tree. Okay. And I cut the Christmas tree out at 4 inches. And I haven't been using my glitter glues that I've purchased from Michael's from the dollar section. And I said, you know what? I spent a lot of time looking for all these colors. Not a lot of money because they're like $1. But I should get using them. And I pulled them out, and now I don't know why I haven't used them in so long. I love the way they look. You see the sparkle? The star is still a little wet, so we'll be a little bit careful adding adhesive to that. And then our little main image from the Kate's ABC book is our little girl reading a book. And see her little outfit with the black and white? And I used the little sparkle for her shoes. You see her little shoes? And her hat trim. And then I used red little bling for her little coat. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere down the Christmas tree. Now, remember I said that my star is still a little wet. So let me see if I could just add adhesive holding this here. This is a little unorthodox, but you know, what are we gonna do? Alright, so I want this to be right about there. So let's put it down. Okay, and then when we close it, you see how you can see the Christmas tree through the window? That's kind of like what I wanted to portray. Now, let me dab a little bit of this glue because there's a lot on there. And otherwise, it's just never going to dry. So if I dab some, there we go. It'll dry faster now. Now, our little girl is going to be sitting here by the Christmas tree reading her book. And the sentiment that I've chosen is also from that Inky Dinky Doo set. And this one says, Christmas brings out the kid in all of us. So I want to stamp that right here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to move her because I want to pop her up a little bit. Well, you know what? This is the inside of the card. I'm not going to be able to pop her up. So let me just go ahead and glue her down. So I'm going to put ATG on the back of our lovely little girl here. And I thought she was so cute just reading her book. There we go. Reminds me of my Jadey. You know, Jade is a year old and she absolutely loves books. It's pretty cool. Alright, guys. So let me ink this up in the same green ink. Okay. And come over here and just stamp it down in hopes that it will do a nice impression. You guys know I really don't love Inky Dinky Doo stamps, but when they're on sale, this one was only $5. That came out super duper cute, guys. Alright, guys, so thank you so much for joining me. This is my card for today. And I wanted to do something a little bit different. A very Merry Christmas. Christmas brings out the kid in all of us. I wanted to do something different, so I figured that a scene card on the inside was something a little bit different, and I love to make shape cards. So guys, thank you again for joining me. Thank you so much for being patient while I got better. And I don't know, I just hope you guys enjoyed my card, and I will be making another video for you guys shortly, so stay tuned. It'll be up sometime tonight. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful evening.